Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Now, I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and I'm going to get through it. I will probably not get all of the stuff out today, but I will most likely get all of it out tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that. So what we have here, guys, my friends, is that we have some interesting people on why they want to be voting for Kamala Harris, and the stupidity of it all. And I don't know what else to tell you guys, but it is quite insane. So what we have here is that we have gay trans man to vote Kamala so he can have more abortions. Says Tenet Media's Taylor Hanson was out in Arizona ahead of a rally for the Kamala Harris Tim Walz campaign and spoke to attendees about why they have decided to support the progressive presidential hopeful. Why are you all voting for Kamala Harris? Hanson asked to young women at the arena. I don't want to lose my rights, one woman in a black camp half-blood shirt said, referencing a fiction series by Rick Riordan. Like, I'm a trans man and I'm gay and I've been pregnant and I had an abortion before and I don't want to lose that. I'm afraid of not being able to be myself anymore because from what I've heard, Trump's America doesn't want me to look like this. So that's why I'm here today and that's why I'm voting blue. She wore her dark hair and an astronomical haircut, glasses, headphones around her neck, and a t-shirt referencing novels. So again, what we have here is people that are completely ignorant, only listening to the media, and from what they've heard. Now, for what they heard is not what's the actual reality of everything. So, that being said, we have to be talking about, the gay, trans people, all that stuff like that. So, what we're doing here, what we have here in Trump's America and the America that we would have would be this is simple. You can have an abortion depending on the state that you are in. Not all states are going to allow abortion. Not all states are going to not allow are always going to allow abortion. So again, we have a thing here to where you have to go to which state to have this abortion. Now, that's just the reality. So I don't know what else to tell you guys, but we're going to be going over the video, right? We're going to go over the video, and you guys get to hear exactly what these people say. You're going to get to listen to my opinions and all that stuff. So without further ado, here's the actual video. So it says, why are you voting for Kamala Harris? And Harris rally attendee says, I don't want to lose my rights, etc., etc. So this is where we go.
Why are y'all voting for Kamala Harris?
I don't want to lose my rights. Like, I'm a trans man and I'm gay and I have been pregnant and I've had an abortion before and I don't want to lose that. I'm afraid of not being able to be myself anymore because from what I've heard, Trump's America doesn't want me to look like this. So that's why I'm here today and that's why I'm voting blue.
What about you?
I've also been pregnant and had an abortion before. I was a minor and it would have been dangerous for me to it would have been dangerous for me to carry a baby with personal reasons and everything. I also I'm very,
Alternative.
and I feel like if Trump were to win, I wouldn't be able to express myself through my looks and everything and wouldn't be able to have the piercings or the dyed hair or the tattoos that I want. I would be able to be myself, and my dad's very pro-Trump and I'm just very
Pro-Kamala.
pro-Kamala. Yeah, I don't, it's just...
Does that cause a divide at all?
Yeah, it definitely does. He thinks that Kamala's going to ruin the country, but I think that Trump would do worse, a lot. Kamala is going to be good for the country.
Why?
So again, these people are being fed lies and complete stupidity. Now, she's probably thinking about the Project 2025, which has been, the guy has stepped down, and Trump has even gone out and denounced Project 2025. So there's that. Now, let's go with the actual abortion thing, right? Well, as I said before, the abortion's been dropped down to the states, so it's really dependent on whether or not you are in which state. And Trump already said that he will not be going to state by state. He will not be making it a federal law to where you can't have an abortion. And so he's already gone out and done that. So, and another thing what we would have here is that with the woman with the abortion. Now, guys, and we're going to be talking about, how that one lady, at least off to the left, is talking about. Now, I could tell that she most likely didn't have a father in the home. She was probably raised by a single mother, and people and women are going to be angry and upset with me at that. Okay, so here's the point. what I'm making here is that when we go into America, you would have to deem that, like, we don't care what you look like or whatever. There is going to be nothing, or there is no laws, or even any laws from the Republican Party that are stating what, on base of your appearance, that is going to make life harder for you, or going to be banning stuff like that, right? No. What is happening is that we are only, or rather, the Republican Party are only banning people on surgeries on kids that are on kids, minors, not anybody that is an adult that is 18. So that's where it stops. Another thing with the abortion. Now, we're gonna say it's complicated, but I don't think it's that complicated. If you're smart enough to understand this, you wouldn't see. So the exceptions to an abortion would be to the life of the mother, the rape, and then you have also incest. Those are the three big exceptions that we would allow abortion under these circumstances. And what this lady said here, that she was pregnant as a minor, right? She was pregnant as a minor. Well, okay, if you're pregnant as a minor and then your body can't handle it and you're probably going to die from this, we're not going to go and say that you should go and have this child because you're going to die if you have the said child. So there's no point into this. Would fall under the case of the life of the mother. So we would not have you have this abortion if you're going to die on the table of having this kid. So no, that's not what's going to happen. These people have been fed lies and not understanding on what's really going on. So again, we're not going to be, all these things that these people are worried about is not what's going to happen under Trump America. This is not what people are afraid of or what we're going to do. Where pretty much all we're saying is that we don't want men in women's bathrooms. We do not want women to be men competing in women's sports. And then 3, we just don't want you to have trans surgery on actual young kids, minors. So, that being said, if you follow those 3 simple things, then that's all we're asking. We're not asking you to change on how you look, to put laws on depending on how you look, etc., etc. There is nothing of that standard that is going to be that's going to be there, right? Obviously, some states may go too far or whatever. That's just the way it goes. But most cases, that's not what we've been seeing in these states, in these areas, to where we're talking about these things with the trans people or trans individuals. So, I don't know what else to tell them. These are not what's going to be going on, right? This is insane. And if you've been pregnant before, this is just kind of insane, right? So again, we have to understand that some of these people are coming from bad households or whatever, and it's leading them down into this dark path to where I think they are making bad decisions, and I don't think it's good. Obviously, her father had failed her because she had even a remote decent father. She would not have been getting pregnant so early on and what have you. So I think there might actually be an issue here with the father, and the father should have been able to do something to prevent this. Now, again, we as a people, we as a country have to understand on how bad some things are, where the propaganda is. CNN, especially MSNBC, are all propaganda media. And she has probably been fed this propaganda stuff, and just is what she believes. And this is just the reality. So, thinks that the punk alternative or whatever is going to be banned. Insane, because we have punk bands before, we have punk bands for years. Nobody is against punk. It's a little weird looking. Goth look is weird. I remember the goth phase back in my years. It was definitely an interesting look, but nobody was asking or demanding people to be banned or remove things like that from either side, from where I gathered. And this is not going to happen here. So nobody cares on the way you look. It's more along the lines of what policies you're implementing and what harm you're doing to other people. So there's that. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.